UNP parliamentarian Ravi Karunanayake, speaking in Parliament today, called for the two former chairmen of the Securities and Exchange Commission who resigned to be summoned before the Committee on Public Enterprise.
Stock exchange Tilak
Karunaratne and the others came before the committee. After considering the answers given to the questions raised, we understood that there is a serious issue here. Before this matter could be discussed, he stepped down from his position without citing the reasons for his resignation. I am requesting the Speaker to give us an opportunity to once again summon the two previous chairmen of the SEC before the committee.
නැවත මේ කොටස් වෙළඳ පොලේ සභාපතිවරු දෙපොළම ගෙනල්ලා කරුණාකර අපට අවස්ථාව ලැබලා දෙන්න පුළුවන් ද කතානායකතුමනි මේ වගේ අවස්ථාවක් ගේන්න අපි යෝජනා ගේන්නද EPF ETF සම්බන්ධයෙන් ප්‍රශ්න කරනවා.
Are we to present a motion for this? Myself and MPs John Amaratunga and Harsha De Silva have raised questions for over a year regarding the EPF and ETF. We never receive answers to our questions in Parliament. The chairman of the stock exchange said that the ones there are those who create problems. We don't get any answers here.
256 days since the abduction. Revelation by the Frontline Socialist Party. According to reliable sources, they are being detained at a military base in the north. Based on what we know, their lives are in danger.
An online petition aimed at securing the release of Veeraraj Lalit Kumar and Kugan Muruganandan was launched today by a group of civil society organizations.
Frontline Socialist Party Central Working Committee member Prem Kumar Gunaratnam, who is currently living in Australia, signed the online petition to secure the release of Veeraraja Lalit Kumar and Kugan Muruganandan. A group of individuals in Colombo witnessed the signing via Skype technology. From Lalit and Kugan's incident, it is now clear that this is not a fight against terrorism, but a fight against the progressive forces in the country. The government is carrying out a campaign to suppress those who bear opposing political waves. This is very clear.
With that, we go in for a short commercial break.
We have more local news coming up. Stay with News First.
Welcome back.
No solution has been provided to the strike action launched by university lecturers. Minister of Higher Education S.P. Dissanayake, issuing a statement this afternoon, stated that taking into consideration the current situation, other than the medical faculties, all universities will be closed until further notice. We'll return to that story shortly. Up next is our special segment, Candidates, which provides an equal platform for candidates contesting the upcoming provincial council elections to highlight their proposals.
The country is in need of politicians who are honest and experienced in management, who will not hesitate to pass on the benefits of development to the people. We also hope to bring in new ideas that will benefit the development of the people in this area. The people have gathered today to wipe out corruption and family agendas. The United National Party will secure victory, and through that victory, I promise that we will provide all the necessities that were not provided to the people. The JVP always fights for the people so that the wealth is equally divided, as well as ensure the rights of the people. The people have understood this. The JVP is always in the forefront of this battle.
On a lighter note now, up next is a look at the newspaper cartoon of the day.
Pradesh Sabha members of the United National Party say that a large number of grassroots level voters have left the party. They opine that the decisions of the party leader and the working committee, which has no voter base, have directly contributed to this.
A number of Pradesh Sabha members of the United National Party in Anuradhapura district extended their support to the government recently. The group convened a media briefing and explained the reasons for their decision. He announced his personal agenda on the 19th. He told UNP supporters that he would be the leader of the party for the next 6 years. He didn't tell the UNP supporters to make a UNPer the chief minister of the North Central province. What he said on that day was that he would remain as a party leader for 6 years. He didn't say that the party should secure victory in the electoral front and establish a UNP provincial council. I was frustrated by this. Due to the actions and the arrogance of the present party leader, this party is deteriorating day by day. A majority of the grassroots level voters have left the party. This leader is surrounded by a group of individuals who have no voter base and comprises of individuals whose sole objective is to destroy the party. Individuals like Mangala Samaravira bears testament to this. Where is the voter base? All the individuals are friends or relatives of the party leader. A country or a party cannot be taken forward in this manner. It is clear that as long as this party leader remains at the helm, this party does not have a future. You can express your views on the working committee members who contribute to the declining voter base of the party as highlighted by UNP activists. Visit our website at www.newsfirst.lk.
Up next is a look at Action TV.
Last Saturday and Sunday, Action TV revealed 2 courses of action taken by the Office of the Director General of Health Services against 2 trade unions that had engaged in protests calling for action to be taken against the Director General of Health Services. The trade unions demanded that disciplinary action be taken against the Director General of Health Services in line with the recommendations made by the Presidential Investigations Unit following an investigation. One such course of action adopted in this regard was the Deputy Chief Secretary of the Government Family Health Services Association being relieved of her duties after issuing notice to the effect that she had vacated her post. This is in spite of her being released from her duties full-time for trade union work in the recent past in line with the Establishment Code. However, according to this letter dated yesterday, issued by the Director General of Health Services, she has once again been released full-time to engage in trade union activities until the 30th of June next year. At a media briefing held today, the Health Services Trade Union Federation objected to this letter issued by the Director General of Health Services. Speaking here, the Secretary of the Public Service Midwives Association affiliated to the said federation said that the Government Family Health Services Association has developed a tendency of engaging in unnecessary protests. However, the injustice caused by the decision to cancel the legitimate transfer orders of 4 officials, including the Treasurer of the Medical Laboratory Technologists Association, for calling for disciplinary action against the Director General of Health Services, has not yet been rectified.
Deputy Leader of the United National Party, Sajid Premdas, expressed his views regarding the education crisis at a public rally that was held in Kahavatta today.
This government, which provides a low-quality education to the youth of this country, is attempting to carry out advanced level paper marking without the supervision of lecturers and professors.
The air hostess of a leading airline who was arrested in Pamankada, Kirlapana for possessing 27 packets of heroin along with another person have been remanded until the 4th of September. They were remanded after being produced before Colombo Additional Magistrate Nadira Boghadeniya today. The Kirlapana police informed courts that the air hostess, while giving a statement to the police, had stated that the drugs were sold to her by the other suspect in custody. Police stated that the suspect was arrested based on this information. Meanwhile, an attorney at law appearing on behalf of another female suspect who was arrested along with the air hostess requested court to release her. The additional magistrate, while stating that the request will be considered on the 4th of September, further remanded the suspects until the said date.
That story is coming up a little later on in the news, but still in local news, the Ceylon Electricity Board states that repairs commenced early this morning at the Nora Chole Lak Vijay power plant, which is currently inoperative.
Vice Chairman of the CEB, Anura Vijaypala, stated that the repairs can be completed by the 27th of this month. He added that the 3 hours and 20-minute long power cuts will continue until the repairs are completed at the plant. Meanwhile, the Vice Chairman stated that due to the decreasing water levels in reservoirs, there has been a 15% decrease in hydropower generation. Meanwhile, members of the opposition of the Horana Provincial Council attended the council meeting with lamps. Before attending the council, the opposition members also engaged in a demonstration. During the demonstration, they questioned the quality of the ongoing repairs at the Norachole power plant. Wasting the tax money of the people of this country, the government has brought about the death of the Norachole power plant. It is a substandard Chinese product. This is what happened to the Norachole power plant, which was built with the people's money, and now the country is facing a power cut for several hours. They boasted that they could even supply electricity to India, and that it was the most economically efficient plant.
An event to mark World Humanitarian Day was held at the United Nations compound in Colombo today.
Minister of Economic Development Basil Rajapaksa participated in the occasion, which was also attended by members of the diplomatic corps as well as representatives of organizations engaged in humanitarian work. World Humanitarian Day is marked on the 19th of August each year, and this year's theme was I Was Here. United Nations Resident and Humanitarian Coordinator Subine Nandi, who delivered the message of the UN General Secretary, also expressed these views.
While acknowledging the tremendous achievements by the government and the humanitarian community in Sri Lanka in resettling the majority of internally displaced people, there still remain significant unmet humanitarian needs among communities in the north. These needs range from basic assistance such as clean water, shelter and food security in recently returned areas.
The video of this year's campaign, I Was Here, was also featured at the event.